he's on as any attendees, we can let him in.
Okay, you have a list of all the members right now, right?
Yes, I have Bill, Brian, Mark. I saw TJ, but then I didn't see him anymore. Phil Harvey, Jill Cahill, and myself.
Okay. Why don't we give just a couple more minutes to see if he comes back and see if Joe pops on.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna, you're on mute, Joanne. You're mute.
Okay, so TJ signed on as an attendee. I'm gonna pull him over.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, I'm going to open up the meeting of the Special Events Advisory Committee for Thursday, March 4th, 2021. Consistent with the governor's order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting laws and banning gatherings of more than, I don't think 10 people is still correct, is it?
I think
We'll leave
It's
it
like-
at 10 people. This
Okay.
meeting will be conducted by remote participation to the greatest extent possible. The public may not physically attend this meeting, but every effort been made. Something,
Correct.
not sure what I'm hearing, but
that's Jill, I think.
will not be made to allow the public to view and listen to the meeting in real time. So first on our list of, on the agenda this afternoon is the approval of the minutes for October 1st, 2020 and November 12th of 2020. Has everybody reviewed the minutes? And if so, we're looking for a motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay, second.
Can someone second?
Second it.
Okay, Mark seconds it.
All
Any
right,
comments, omissions, changes? Okay, not seeing any. Can we have a roll call vote, please?
okay, Bill Sanborn,
Yes.
Brian Mewman,
Yes, sorry.
Mark Cole,
Yes.
TJ Shimataro,
Joe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I was not at the last meeting, so I think I have to abstain, right?
yeah, you recused yourself, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, Phil Harvey,
I believe I missed the last meeting too, so.
okay. Jill Cahill,
Yes.
Jill, I have a text from Jill saying she's in the car and her video
Yeah.
is on and off, so she's in and out.
That's
Okay.
a, can you hear me though?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and Joanne Sinos, yes. So motion to approve passes on a vote of 1. 5 in favor, 2 recused.
Okay, thank you. Next on our agenda is the request to hold the Ennisquam Farmers Market on Fridays from June 11th through June 3rd, 2021 at the Ennisquam Village Hall at 40 Leonard Street. Somebody here for the,
Yeah. Hi, Bill. It's Bud Riss and my daughter Lily's on the Zoom also. It's
Hi.
our lucky day. We pulled the first number. Thank you. Nice to see everybody. So
what goes on, what's happening, and so everybody has an update to what's going to happen this year, please.
sure. And we sent in all the paperwork to Joanne a few weeks ago. So this will be our third year of the farmers market in Annisquam. We want to run it through mid-June through the last Friday of just before Labor Day. We can use the same property that we've used the first 2 years, which is the fenced-in area next to the Village Hall in Annisquam. We've got a pretty good bead on the numbers of people to expect now after having done it a couple of years. So it's probably 75 to 150 each Friday morning from 9 to 12. The wonderful part of it is almost everybody walks. So we've had no problems with parking or traffic or anything like that. So it's been, a pretty, it's been certainly emission free and also I think a pretty pleasant experience without creating any congestion in the village. Last year, we had a very good COVID protocol, which seemed to work quite well and was approved by the Board of Health. We're happy to, if we need to do it again this year, we can implement the same protocol. It's an entirely fenced in area, so we have a good ability to limit the number of people in there at any one time. And we put up signage on posts to space everybody out and do masking and all of that. So if we need to do that again this summer, we saved all the equipment. We're fully prepared to do so. We'll have 3 or 4 vendors probably. We have 2 or 3 now currently signed up, the North of Boston Farm and the Fisherman's Wharf fish folks from downtown Gloucester. We also found it a useful space, very much liked by the community because they held a number of bake sales and other kind of public service events to support the Village Hall and the church and so on. And there seems to be a real craving for everybody to get back together and have, at least some ability to get together once a week. So we're excited to bring it back. Lily, I don't know if you want to add anything.
No, I just emphasize that people kind of got together distantly and in a time-paced way. So it wasn't mobbed. And we had that one-way flow, which I think worked really well for the community.
Right. So we're happy to take any questions.
Joe, I'm sorry, Joanne, you're muted. Joanne?
Okay, Joe Fitzgerald just joined the meeting.
Great.
Okay, any questions from the committee on this?
I just want to make sure that, it's the same rules as every year for the food. Anyone that is a non-farmer needs to get a permit through us and we'll have to come out and check them out and make sure they're pre-approved to come on in.
Got it. Great.
Okay. Joe, I haven't heard of any issues down there. Have your department heard of any issues down there from this event?
No, there have been no issues that concern the police department at all.
Okay, perfect. Anybody else have any questions, concerns? No, the only thing I've heard is good positive stuff from it. A lot of people really like it and like you said, enjoy the little sense of the village community. So I think it's going to be good. Hopefully you won't have to comply with the health department's rules for COVID this year, but unfortunately you probably will.
Well, we'll see.
So please keep that in mind and pay attention to that. And I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the Ennisquam Farmers Market.
Motion to approve the Ennisquam Farmers Market as explained.
Thank you, TJ. Do we have a second?
Second.
Brian seconds it. Joanne, roll call?
Bill Sanborn,
Yes.
Brian Newman,
Yes.
Mark Cole,
Yes.
TJ Shimataro,
Yes.
Bill Harvey,
Yes.
Bill Cahill.
Oh, yes.
Okay, Joe Fitzgerald,
Yes.
and I say yes. So the motion passes on a vote of 8 in favor, 0 opposed.
All right. Congratulations, Bud.
Thank you much.
And, good luck. Have a good year.
I hope you'll stop over during the summer at some point. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Our next event is a request to hold the Magnolia Community Farmers Market on Sundays from June 6th through October 20th, 2021 on Lexington Avenue. And who do we have for them today?
Alana Horn, and that should say October 10th, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my error. It is the 10th.
Okay.
And I'm Rebecca Doyon, even though my name says Alana Horn.
Okay.
All right, you want to give us a quick presentation, remind us what goes on and fill in a few of the blanks for us, please?
Sure. From the Magnolia Library all the way down to the pub, the Magnolia Pub, or JD Myers and Friends. In previous years, we closed the street. We put a barricade across Norman Ave and a barricade across Flume Ave to give ourselves a very long expanse, which I believe is 269 feet. We've done some measuring out and we're pretty confident that we could fit up to 20 vendors, very well socially distanced, lots of space for walking around and outdoor space. In previous years, we've had 3 to 4 farmers. So far this year, we have 3 farmers already signed up, and 5 different food vendors who haven't officially sent in their paperwork, but they're waiting in the wings. And we have a pretty extensive list of other people who have given us their maybes. So we're already on a roll, pretty well-rounded role, I would say, to be just as successful as we were our first year on the street. Last year, we were completely online and we just did drive-through pickups. And we topped out at 22 vendors who participated in our online sales. So we're pretty certain that we're going to have at least that many people who are interested in becoming vendors, giving ample opportunity for shopping on the street, which we're really hopeful we can do this year. We also want to provide an ability for the people who still feel more comfortable doing online shopping and drive-through contactless pickup to be afforded the opportunity to do so. So there are several vendors who are going to do a little bit of a hybrid version where they will be available as a tent on the street like a normal farmer's market, but they're also going to sell some goods via our website, and they will just, we'll bag them up for them, and people can drive through, pick up, and drive away at the end of the street by Flume. Just, pull into a parking space, we'll drop their bags in their car and they can drive away. So there won't be any disruption with the street closure whatsoever. Did I get it all?
Yes, you did.
Joe, any concerns? I guess one of the questions I'm concerned with is there's 2 restaurants that do breakfast over there, right? Well, one's Dunkin' Donuts, and then there's the other restaurant that does breakfast. Have we had any concerns from them?
Sorry, Bill, they went at it, the Corner Cafe closed.
Oh, it did?
Correct. Sherry's was one of our biggest backers, actually. Her foot traffic doubled when we had the farmer's market there. And she didn't really have any problems or concerns when we were hosting it. Unfortunately, she has closed in part due to COVID and in part just due to the economics of the situation. I would also wager to guess that Dunk's business never slowed down either. They've also never had a problem with us being there.
Okay, perfect. And Joe, your department hasn't had any concerns with closing the streets or anything on Sunday morning over there, right?
No, it worked well last year, and if the setup is similar this year, I don't anticipate any problems.
Okay. Mark, you guys with trash or anything over there, or do you put up barriers or?
No, we haven't heard any complaints or anything, Bill,
Okay.
up off the barriers.
All right, perfect. Anybody else have concerns or questions for him?
No, just again, any food vendors that are outstanding would just need to reach out to me at some point to clarify how they would operate and also fill out the applications that they would need to.
We provide all of the links that they would need in order to contact you right on our website, and it's required with the application that we send out to them that they contact you and have themselves fully permitted before they're accepted to the market.
Great. I look forward to the role. There's going to be a lot of them coming in, especially with Cape Ann coming back too.
Right.
Okay, and I do have a note from Alana saying that they're waiting for the insurance certificate, so that would have to be provided to the clerk's office before the event. That's
It's
all.
been paid for. I have a receipt from it. I just haven't received the official document.
Okay. That's fine. When you do receive it before, you open, you just forward it to me via email. That's fine. On that, I do want to note that Sherry is working in the city clerk's office now, so we hired her. Unfortunately, she did shut down, but we benefited, in our office by hiring her.
Excellent. I should know this, I guess, so I apologize for not. A motion? Oh, this will have to go to P&D too, correct?
Yes, it will, because it's street closure, because they're putting it back onto Lexington Avenue. So we will have once it's approved today, on the agenda for Tuesday night to be referred to Planning and Development. And the Planning and Development will take it up on March 17th. That would be the date unless they decide to push it off a little more. But the next P&D meeting would be March 17th at 5:30. But we'll via Zoom, yes. So we will contact you once the chair, Val Gilman, approves the agenda. We will contact you and invite you to the Zoom meeting at P&D.
Awesome.
Very good.
All right, can we entertain a motion?
Motion to approve the request of the Magnolia Community Farmers Market on Sundays from June 6th through October 10th on Lexington Avenue.
TJ, has a second?
Second.
TJ, second that. Further discussion? Only thing I would remind you is this Thursday before your first opening up to contact the building department's office, so that we'll probably do a walkthrough inspection just to make sure everything's set up correctly. I don't know if Brian will go out Sunday morning with us or not, but
I'll be there.
we'll have somebody take a quick walkthrough just to make sure everything's safe. Where
Awesome.
it's on the public way. Roll call vote?
Bill, one thing?
Yeah.
Bill, I just think we probably should have said at the beginning of the meeting that the reason that SEAC is not currently accepting applications for events, but the reason we're hosting this meeting today and accepting these is because they're farmers markets and considered essential services. Just so that gets into the record.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Bill Sanborn,
Yes.
Brian Millman,
Yes.
Mark Cole,
Yes.
TJ Shimataro,
Yes.
Bill Harvey,
Yes.
Bill Cahill,
Yes.
Joe Fitzgerald,
Yes.
and Joanne Sinos. Yes, motion passes on a vote of 8 in favor, 0 opposed. Okay.
All right, thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
again, a reminder, you will need to follow health department's guidelines if necessary.
Perfect.
All right,
Great.
thank you all and good luck.
Thank you.
Have a good year.
Bye-bye.
All right, our next application and the last application for today would be the request to hold the Cape Ann Farmers Market on Thursdays from June 3rd through October 4th, 2021 at Harbor Loop. And who do we have for them today?
Hey everyone, Courtney Ayer from Cape Ann Farmers Market here. The Cape Ann Farmers Market has been around for 15 years. I just took over as director at the beginning of 2020, the beginning of the pandemic. For the past 10 years, we've been operating at Stage Fort Park. Last year, we weren't able to go through with that, so we held a drive-through over at O'Malley. And this year, we'd like to continue with a normal COVID regulated market. And I've been working with Jill, and we understand the will of the city is to have us move over to Harbor Loop this year. Hi, Jill.
Can you tell us a little bit about how it will be set up at Harbor Loop where you're moving there? I know originally when the farmer market started, it started there. But can you just review a little bit for us? I don't remember.
Yeah, please. Thank you. So when we started in 2006, we were originally at Harbor Loop, but it started very small, about 4 vendors. We're a lot larger than that now, of course. So I did include a site map of a preliminary plan with my application. I don't know if you have it in front of you. But in speaking with Jill and speaking with a few of the businesses on the loop, what we've come up with is to begin the market right past the Coast Guard station driveway and then continue it down to across from the restaurant's parking lot. So it's about 260 feet past Maritime. And we did include a map that the vendors that we would be asking to come, so we normally have 30 to 45 vendors. With COVID restrictions, that's just not possible for us in this space. So we've cut it down to about 10 to 20 at the most, including at least 5 farms that come back year after year. And so because of the COVID restrictions, we would only set up on one side of the road because we need to have one-way traffic. And we also setting it up so that there's a sidewalk path that isn't included in the market for folks that aren't coming to the market that intend to go to Maritime or the Schooner Ardell, so they can walk outside of the market and not have to be included in our formula, which according to the latest farmers market COVID regulations is still, it's not a lot of people. You still have to count people in and out for space. Does that make sense? Does that?
Yeah, yep,
Okay.
that does. That makes perfect sense, actually. If COVID gets much better and you can expand it, will you expand it throughout the summer if that's possible? Is that the intention?
Yeah, so I was just in a meeting yesterday, and from what we've heard from the Massachusetts Department of Agriculture, they are working with the Mass Department of Public Health to update these guidelines. But if they do update them, it will be only the formula of people in and out will be updated, and perhaps the one-way traffic counting people in and out. But as far as distancing and things like that, that definitely won't be updated this year. So the only thing we could possibly do is include a few more vendors on the other side of the street, but we would come back to have that approved if we intend to do it. Yeah.
All right. Mark, are we set to the, this sounds like the same way we always block off Harbor Loop when we do so, right? For concerts and other events down there. I'm assuming you'll take care of signage and stuff for that?
Do the signage, we'll put the barricades up.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Mark.
We'll take care of it.
Okay. All right, perfect. And it will have to go to P&D.
Yes,
Yeah, so we'll get them same date?
same date would probably be March 17th, unless the chair decides to move the meeting to the following 2 weeks out. But we assume that it is going to be referred out on March 9th to P&D. So chances are they'll probably take it up on that date. If not, we would have to notify you anyway, Courtney, and invite you to the meeting. So if there's any chance of, the P&D not meeting that night, we will inform you ahead of time.
Okay.
And I'm assuming you have talked to Maritime Gloucester concerning this?
Yep, I spoke with and also did a site walk with the executive director of Maritime, and also Ken Reel, who the chamber just moved down there. So yeah, I've spoken to both of them. They seem very enthusiastic. Jill has been working with me on this. She's been incredibly helpful trying to figure all this out. So we have some good support.
Okay. Jill, you have a question?
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, I just want to say, I want to thank Courtney. The farmers market has been a great partner in this. The mayor's office has, asked us to work with them because we value what they bring to this community. And we know that this impact has hit them the hardest as the biggest of our farmers markets. So I really appreciate working with Courtney. I appreciate the mayor's office's support of making sure we keep them going and keep them in our community. So, and Mark's been great. I think she reached out to the harbor master's office as well. And if there's any other concerns, I did tell Courtney if there's other concerns about traffic or anything like that, that this is the place to have that conversation. So I just want to make sure Joe's good and all of that. But, the conversation, I think, is going to continue because things are constantly changing. I was on our COVID meeting this morning. The one thing you can count on is change. So, so thank you, Courtney. She's been great. And I hope this committee will support it.
All right. Any further comments, questions, concerns? Can we have a motion?
Motion to accept the Cape Ann Farmers Market on Thursdays from June 3rd through October 4th, 2021 at Harbor Loop.
Second?
Second.
Oh, okay. Brian will second it.
Okay, so then roll call?
Bill Sanborn,
Yes.
Brian Muellman,
Yes.
Mark Cole,
Yes.
TJ Shimataro,
Yes.
Bill Harvey,
Yes.
Joe Cahill,
Yes.
Joe Fitzgerald,
Yes.
and Joanne Sinos, yes. The motion passes on a vote of 8 in favor, 0 opposed.
All right, thank you very much, Courtney. Thank you for taking this over and good luck.
Thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Have a good year. All right, that's everything that was on our agenda.
Okay, so I was just gonna say, our next scheduled meeting is April 1st, but if we're not accepting any applications that are, not farmers, market, so I will probably, I don't think there's any more farmers markets out there, but if there's
No,
any.
but Joanne, and we don't have to talk about it now, but I think the mayor's office is on here. For those who don't follow, the gathering restrictions change as of March 22nd. So we need to get some direction as to when we want to make a change. The website does say that we will update it as the governor makes changes. So we do need to talk about that at some point. And Joanne, I understand you want to do it in April. That's fine, as long as that's fine with the mayor's office.
Yes, I figured because he's implementing all these changes in March, that we would just wait till April 1st for our meeting, even if that's the only item on the agenda, just to have this discussion. So people who have been contacting me, we can reach out, or if we can open up the online permitting, but we'll just have to wait and see. So I just thought it was best to wait till April to see how March went and what was going to be open up, and because it's changing all the time.
Yeah, I think I agree with Joanne on this. It's best to wait instead of start getting people's hopes up and confusion. That just creates more and more confusion. I'd rather have things open up, see how things are going to go, and then we can start talking about how we'll accept applications and for what, if we need to.
Okay, so the mayor would like to speak.
Joanne, what kind of applications are coming forward or request?
I've already had the Rich Morale for the UCAN races. I've already had the YMCA for the St. Peter's 5K. It's a road race. I've already had the Diane Flavin for that North Shore Cure the bike race, and then they end up at Stage Fort Park. So I just told them that at this time we're not accepting applications, and that we will, when we open it up, I will inform them.
Yeah, because the criteria right now, they don't follow under that criteria that he opened up now.
Yeah,
That's the whole thing.
That's why I informed them that, we can't accept the applications right now.
It's kind of hard because the fact is we don't know what he's going to do, and unless the criteria changes, and then I feel bad because people, if they have to do fundraising in order to get to do the races, they're not going to be able to because they're not going to be sure. So I like the idea that Bill had last time too, that it can change anytime. In April, we'll figure out what more, less restrictions, I should say, that he's going to be having, and figure it out if it can, because there's always spectators, no matter which, even family members of the people who race. So we have to figure that out. I don't know what's that going to follow on this.
Yeah, the only thing we ended up doing last year, we had so many changes, everybody coming back and forth after we approved it. And then they came back to do a virtual one. So it just caused a lot of work and confusion because of the dates. Some people wanted the same dates as others, and who do you give preference to on that? So I'm just telling them that, at this time, just please check the website. We will update the website as soon as, some changes are made. But that's the discussion for April 1st on the will of the committee.
Okay, I think that's good. Thank
If
you.
we want to open it up and just accept it, and, and we have on the website also that if we approve your application, I kept that on, the city has the right to cancel it up to 48 hours of the day of the event. So that's why I figured we wait till April 1st.
Yeah, and I just double checked the website, the mass.gov website, and for road races and festivals, it still says phase 4, but it doesn't give a step. So I will ask Karen and the Board of Health to try to get more clarity from DPH prior to the next meeting.
Okay.
Joanne, possible, I'd like to invite Karen to our next meeting. So if she's available, she may be able to help us determine what's going on at that time, if we need it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Any other comments or questions before we end the meeting? Not seeing any. Thank you all very much. Have a good month, and we'll see you in April.
Need a motion to adjourn.
I tried. How about a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second,
Second.
roll call.
Okay, so Bill Sanborn,
Yes.
Brian Millman,
Yes.
Mark Cole,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Bill Harvey,
Yes.
Joe Cahill,
Yes.
Bill Fitzgerald,
Yes.
and I say yes. We are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.